I want to go on an IRL story time slash trip with me. Well, I'm going to give you a little bit of paratext and context as to why I left the house. Recently, I've been rocking with the films of Jean Roland, especially with them being on the Criterion channel right now. So I've wanted to peep this documentary that Arrow put out, I'd say 2 or 3 years ago. The only thing is that much like a lot of the films and movies that I like to watch, they're not a couple keystrokes away on my Roku or on my computer, whether that be by legal means or less than legal means. And even though I just made a 40-minute video on video stores, I have never been to this video store near me that has been open for over 40 years. Even in the peak and heyday of my collecting movies and videos in high school, I did not know this store existed, so I had to stop by, and I was more than pleased when I checked out their catalog. So sadly, the Jean Roland documentary was not like a supplement on an Arrow release, anything like that, though I was more than pleased with what I found in the store. And granted, this is probably the worst picture I've ever taken in the past decade, so I'm not going to show my face, but literally floor to ceiling movies. Another bad picture because I was yapping with the employee because I was geek beyond belief, but floor to ceiling movies. And the craziest part is that like as somebody who's been collecting for the better part of a decade, I know what a good selection and curation looks like. This is it. They have tons of boutique houses. The green screen or superimpose this because like the green screen wants to fight me, but I cannot articulate how well this store's curation was. And like I said, or as I said in the 40-minute video, I grew up going to video stores. This place also rents, and they told me that they have more than 10,000 titles available to rent. Something that I briefly touched on in the video is that like a lot of Blockbuster really catered towards a certain demographic that's not going to cater to films and works like Arrow, Severin, Vinegar Syndrome, or the works of Gene Roland. And dude, they had a whole like 10 film Russ Meyer box set, which is insane. I had not one but two Evangelion Perfect collections, and I found all three of the rebuilds fairly easily while I was in the store. I had Birdie, which I haven't seen in a decade, which is a very niche, like not talked about anime. Saw that. Did you not? You know what I went home with, dude? Dude wanted 50 for it, cut me a deal and gave it to me for 15. Spice World, boom, out of print, been out of print for a minute. Literally been in video stores twice that size, and I've never seen such range and depth in product. Somebody who loves movies, anime, all of that, I literally could have went home with 20 different movies. These weren't second or third choices. I literally found the two Gene Roland films that I hoped had the documentary there. They just didn't have them, because I guess the documentary's never been released. But that being said, it's so nice to see that. Criterion, TV shows, dude, like so much stuff.